So you're probably watching this video because let's be honest, you're broke. But that's okay, because you can still beat a Hellcat if you're broke. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this. I was surprised that you could do it for as cheap as you can nowadays. There's a lot of different avenues that you can take to beat a Hellcat. I'm just gonna show you 3 today, and this is probably some of the cooler ways, in my opinion, that you can beat a Hellcat, and some of my favorite simpler methods. And let's just dive right into it. Now, the first one you're probably not gonna be too surprised with. In my opinion, this is one of the coolest ways you can modify this car. It's a Mazda Miata. There are so many different builds that I've seen where people are just smoking Hellcats left and right. You're lining up against your friend who has this Hellcat. He just got a promotion at his job. You know, he's got nice Tom Ford sunglasses on. He rolls his window down. He's like, "Hey, that thing race?" And you're like, "It's a Mazda, sir, but we can try it." You will not only win this race, you will blow the Hellcat out of the water. All you gotta do, Chevy power, baby. LS swap your Miata. Now, I found tons of different motors you can buy online. LS motors are super easy to find online. Just scroll through. You can see a couple going through the screen right now. It's crazy how cheap you can get these for. You can get yourself a Miata that's faster than a Hellcat for around $12,000, sometimes less than $10,000, depends on how good you are at finding deals. With how cheap it is, you could probably do it professionally with labor and everything. Obviously, the labor's not going to be cheap. It's probably going to be a couple grand. Then you're going to get yourself some nice tires, some good suspension. I would highly recommend get some brakes on that thing. Get yourself a nice set of brakes and you are off to the races. This thing will eat Hellcats all day long. I've seen videos. The other day, my coworker showed me a video of a Miata beating a Lamborghini. Woo! You're gonna be golden with this one. Number 2, there are 2. I'm gonna put these together. You can either do a ugly catfish Camaro. Now, I know a lot of people hate the look of these cars, but to be honest, guys, they're a really great platform for being really fast, straight line machines. And then also, you got yourself the C5 Corvette. You can get both of these motors with LSs. They actually made the Catfish Camaro, the later models, you can get LS power in them. If you do that, better injectors, upgrade the cam, and then get yourself a turb ski on that boy. You're pushing, you can easily be pushing upper 500s to 600 wheel horsepower on that. That's about all you need to be on par with a Hellcat. After that, shed some LBs, you know, take out the back seats, take out the door panels, everything that you don't need. Just make that thing a drag machine. So once you get fat boy Catfish down to a little skinny boy Catfish with a turb ski, get yourself some better tires. I would also go with brakes on this one, upgrade the brakes, because you're going to be pushing a lot more horsepower. You can do that for less than $15,000 easily. You have yourself a Hellcat eating animal. A fish eating the cat for under $15,000. Now that's pretty crazy. C5 Corvette, this is the easiest way, bar none, to beat a Hellcat, in my opinion. You can pick yourself up a C5 Corvette in decent shape nowadays for $10,000 if you look hard enough. Around that range, sometimes even cheaper than that. There's not a whole lot you have to do after that. Really all you need is a single turbo to beat a Hellcat with a C5 Corvette, and that's really it. Get yourself somebody that's really familiar with the cars, that can tune it well, and that's really all you need. There's videos, there's builds everywhere that you can find of C5 Corvette beating a Hellcat. I thought that it was a lot crazier of a build than it really is, but there are tons of people that do it. You can make 650 horsepower, wheel horsepower in C5 Corvettes. It just takes a little work. All right, now this last one is the cheapest way to beat a Hellcat that I have been able to find. And it's a front wheel drive car, ladies and gentlemen, showing some respect on the front wheel drive names here. I'm not saying I love being front wheel drive. I wish my car was all wheel drive. But hey, front wheel drive cars can do it. You might have to start from a roll though. But it's a Honda. Get yourself a cheap Honda Civic. Get an old one too, because you're gonna be hacking this thing up. It's not gonna be the same car when you're done with it.
And Hector is gonna be running 3 Honda Civics with spoon engines. And on top of that,
you can find yourself Honda Civics for around $3,000 all day long. Get you one of those. Then you're gonna need to do some overhaul to this. Obviously, we're gonna swap the engine, get a K series motor in there. You can find these all day long for a really good price. People are doing it all the time. These are very reliable motors too. They can take the boost. All right, so what we're gonna wanna be doing to this bad boy is we're gonna need some nitrous.
with NOS.
Get yourself some nitrous, 410cc injectors. You're also gonna wanna get an upgraded clutch. Just get yourself a stage 1 clutch. You're gonna wanna tune the crap out of this thing with an ECU tune. Headers, exhaust,
And a Motec system exhaust.
valve springs, head studs, and you could probably find yourself a K20 A2 motor for around $2,000. For this build, you can pretty easily get all of this under around $9,000. I'm just saying $10,000 just as a benchmark for it. But yeah, you can get these things for pretty cheap. You're gonna be eating Hellcats all day long for under 10 grand. Imagine the look on that guy's face when you pull out your Honda Civic, get VTEC going there, load it up, got your buddy in the seat. You can put a couple fat girls in the back. You'll probably still win this race. This car is extremely fast. If you don't win the quarter mile in this thing, you're gonna win the 300,000 mile, if you know what I'm saying. I might have missed a little small things that you might have to do to these cars to really flesh it out, but that is pretty much the gist of everything. I am very surprised after I did some research how easy it is to beat Hellcats. You know, you're beating a car with over 700 horsepower that has, you know, $80,000, $90,000 price tag. You can do it for under 15,000. You could really do it for under 10,000. Obviously, it's going to take a lot of work, but it's just crazy what you can do with vehicles nowadays. If you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. As you can see, I'm a little bit new of a YouTuber. Like the video, it really helps out a lot. It gets me motivated to create more content for you guys. Make sure you drop a comment if you guys have any ideas for me that you want to see from me. And yeah, I appreciate you stopping by for this quick little video, and peace out.